Hello, this is the 14th lecture for Vocabulary Level 4. The first word is failure, which is a noun, which means when someone does something that doesn't succeed. For example, this guy was a failure for the race because he fell down and he didn't finish the race. His failure to return a phone call told her that something was wrong. The whole project was doomed to failure right from the start. So, right from the start, it was obvious that the project was going to fail, it wouldn't succeed. After 3 cup failures in a row, the people faced starvation. The accident was caused by the failure of the reactor's cooling system. Praise has a verb and a noun. The verb, which means to express admiration or approval about the achievements or characteristics of a person or thing. And the noun is when you say or show your admiration or approval for someone or something. So, for example, Herschel was highly praised for his research on heart disease. So he was highly admired. Another example, praise for Adrian is high. Praise indeed. Because over here, reason why his praise is high is um, because he rarely praises anyone. A young child needs plenty of praise and encouragement. Measurer and measurement. So, measurer is a verb and a noun, which is to discover the exact size or amount of something, usually using tablespoons, cup, pint. So, these are measurers. So, you use these things in order to measure, for example, the food you're going to make, or to be a particular size. And it means to judge someone or something by comparing them against someone or something else. So if you measure someone against someone else, that means you're comparing them. Measurement is a noun, which is the act or process of measuring. The area measuring, which measures 5 kilometers by 3 kilometers, has been purchased by the army. These measures were designed to improve car safety. The test is based on the measurement of blood levels. The measurements of both rooms were identical. Effort is a noun, which means physical or mental activity needed to achieve something. So this guy, he's putting a lot of effort in order to carry the weights, to lift the weights. If we could all make an effort to keep this office tidier, it would help. So over here, it's referring to physical activity. So if they all cleaned up after them, are tidier, that would make the office tidier. In their efforts to reduce crime, the government expanded the police force. Do you want to have a look at this exam paper? It's fairly a poor effort. So that means they didn't put much physical effort. So they didn't study, mental effort. So they didn't study, and it reflects in their term paper, the exam. Touch is a verb, and this means when you put your hand or another part of your body lightly onto something or someone so it could be close together and there's no space between. So it means to be in contact. So these two fingers are touching. The finger can touch the wall, a leg, an arm could touch the wall. It doesn't have to be two people. It can be between a person or a thing, or between a person and a person, or between two things, and so on. The setting sun touched the trees with red. So it means that it made it appear red for a short time. So it didn't really touch it, but it made it appear red. Hazel touched the girl on the arm to get her attention. The child touched the worm with a twig. He fell asleep as soon as his head touched the pillow. Honestly, I haven't touched a drop all night. So that means over here, it doesn't mean that he didn't physically touch a drop. It means that he didn't drink any alcohol, or you can say juice or anything. There's no one to touch him as an illustrator of children's book. You can also say, I got touched, and that means when something emotionally affects you. For example, if you see a picture of a poor person, you emotionally get touched. Spirit is a noun, and it means a particular way of thinking, feeling, or behaving, especially a way that typical or particular group of people, an activity, a time, or place, or the characteristics of a person that are considered as being separate from the body, and which many religions believe continue to exist after the body dies. Although he's now living in America, I feel he's with me in spirit. So the person is not there physically, but he feels like that he is touching his spirit, so he's still influencing him. The negative reply dashed his spirit, which means dashed means like to make him unhappy, so it made him unhappy. Her spirits lifted, rose as she read the letter. So lifted refers to so dashed is like a negative. Over here, lifted, rose means that she got happier, she felt happier. The players have a very strong team spirit. Over here, strong team spirit refers to loyalty with others. So spirit can be used in many ways. You can use it in a negative way, you can use it in a positive way, and so on. Fertility is a noun, and it means the quality of being able to produce young or fruit. So when if you describe a person, a woman, you can say that they are fertile, so they are able to produce babies. Even same thing for animals and plants. Bees fertilize flowers by bringing pollen. Once an egg is fertilized by the sperm, it becomes an embryo. In humans, fertilization is more likely to occur at certain times of the month. Caddo was prescribed fertility drugs to stimulate his ovaries. Crops is noun, and it is the total amount collected off a plant such as a grain, fruit, or vegetables grown in large amounts. So crops can refer to grains, fruits, or vegetable, but grown in large amounts like this. The main crops grown for export are coffee and rice. The carrots have cropped, which means to grown well this year. So over here, cropped is referring to grown. After three crop failures in a row, the people in the area faced starvation. So this one has the word failure, which we did, which was the first word, and crop, same sentence. Charm is a noun, which is a quality which makes you like or feel attracted to someone or something. There's also so for example, this guy is charming, this girl is attracted to this guy maybe because of a quality he has. There's also other definitions. These things on a bracelet are called charms. And also you can also refer as a good luck charm. That means something that brings you good luck, and usually good luck charms are in clothes, and that's a symbol for good luck charm. Ahmed has to use all charms to get them to lend us the haul. Even as a young boy, he knew how to turn on the charm, which means to be pleasant when he wanted something. How did your sister boyfriend get on with your mom? Oh, he charmed her pants off. He said he would be charmed if a woman gave him flowers. Enormous is an adjective which means extremely large. And this is a picture of an enormous pizza, which is like really large. So there are large pizzas, but this one is extremely large. Heja has put enormous piles of paper on my desk and I haven't a clue what to do with them. He ran up an enormous phone bill by ringing up chat lines all the time. The factory has cut enormous blocks of stones off the hillside. So this is a quick quiz or review to see if you know the words. So write the words on a piece of paper and pause the video. And after that, I will answer it. Okay, so the first one, the post-war government had the enormous task of reconstructing the city. The second one, the measurement of the water flow is crucial to the system in the dam. The third one, as rock musicians in the 1960s, they were very much part of the spirit of the age time. Pour exactly 100 milliliters of sulfuric acid into a measuring cylinder. The fifth one, this year's harvest was one of the most successful since the record crop of 1986. The TV report about the children's work for charity touched. So this one is emotional. Thousands of people's hearts. The seventh one, you can't expect to have any friends if you don't make any effort with people. It's a town with a lot of old world charm. As we give praise to God, let us remember those who are less fortunate than ourselves. Failure to keep the chemical at the right temperature could lead to an explosion. The 11th is, it is thought that environmental toxins are destroying fertility. I hope you've got it all right and have a nice day. Goodbye.